they just cast Wesley Snipes.
Oh my
today.
God, really?
Yeah. Wesley Snipes is apparently the villain.
We are live. Hey, my babies.
We're just talking about Coming to America Part 2.
Coming to America.
And they also released one photo of Keanu Reeves as Ted Logan.
Stop it.
Yeah, I can't wait. Were you a Bill and Ted fan or not?
I was, yeah. I was. You know what's funny? I thought it was hysterical. And then later on, I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Really? Oh, man, I love those movies.
Share this here. Sorry, boys and girls. Let me share this everywhere. I have I got a really bad day today.
Why?
I'll tell you off the air. I got like a lot going on.
Gotta hang up a chandelier?
I do have to do that, but
Is that for work? Is that for Sapphire?
I have like a work issue happening.
Yeah.
Like a big one. So we're having our grand opening, and I am going to be doing the red carpet. It's actually a blue carpet.
Oh, yeah.
A blue carpet interview thing. We have Dennis Rodman coming.
Nice.
And Charles Oakley.
Awesome.
So I'm going to meet the worm, finally.
Get a kiss from Dennis Rodman.
I want to get a kiss from him because, let me tell you, he was my favorite basketball player of all time. When I played basketball, I idolized him.
Yeah.
Because I was a rebounder. I played power forward.
Uh-huh.
This is before I stopped growing.
Mm-hmm.
I was the tallest Armenian in the church league.
Okay.
And I had number 91.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge Chicago Bulls fan. I absolutely loved it. Then, Charles Oakley also was coming.
That you just said that.
Charles Oakley, Dennis Rodman, and a couple other celebrities.
A couple of NBA stars.
No, like actual celebrities. And a lot of porn stars.
I want to see Dennis Rodman kiss you on the forehead.
I would take that kiss.
Just mwah.
Yeah, I would take that kiss.
Mr. Rodman, can I get a kiss on the forehead?
I want to ask him about the NWO.
Yeah.
I want to be like, so tell me about your time in the NWO.
You don't want to ask him about North Korea?
I don't want to ask him about North Korea. I just want to talk about the NWO.
Listen, I know everybody wants to ask you about Kim Jong-un, but talk to me about Scott Norton.
Yeah, tell me about Scott Norton. Oh my God, I'm gonna meet my idol in life.
You know what I fucking hate?
What?
I hate when we get tagged in nonsense.
Oh my God, so much nonsense.
On Twitter and on Instagram.
Yeah, so much.
Bro,
nonsense.
I got a podcast too. I'm gonna tag you in this. Check me out.
Check me out.
Bro. I'm not. I'm not.
I wonder how many people actually check it out.
I'm not gonna pander to your nonsense, especially if you don't introduce yourself first.
Yeah. It's like, hey, can you give me a shout out?
Bro, give me a shout out. Bro.
Also, what's your reggae today?
My reggae is a million right now. I'm feeling pretty good.
I am about to curl up in a ball and start crying. So my reggae is at a minus.
Damn.
I'm at a negative.
You have a negative reggae right now?
Big time.
You want to switch seats?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this, boys and girls. No means no, says Deacon. What does that mean? All right, we'll begin in 3, 2, and 1. Hey, everybody, welcome to Matt Man, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Andrew Zarian. I'm joined by the Pancake World Wonder, Rich Stambolian.
Ooh, I've been dying for some good pancakes, actually.
Man, you know
what? I haven't had pancakes in a very long time.
I love pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
I do light on the syrup
and
heavy on the butter.
Oh, yeah, that's
a
good.
lot of butter.
It's good stuff.
Did I ever tell you about the best waffle I ever had in my life?
No.
I will tell you this. The best waffle I had in my life was at Jackson Hall.
Okay.
I was really under the influence.
Okay.
I walked there.
Uh-huh.
This is like 4 p.m.
Okay.
I had the greatest waffle I've had in my life. I tried to have it again like that. It never worked.
Because you weren't at that state.
I was so
You had to be
high.
at that state of like.
I was so stoned, man.
Yeah.
That was the best waffle. Listen, this is the Waffle Hour. I'm Andrew Zarian. I'm joined by Rich Stambolian. We're going to talk about all the latest waffle news. No, we're going to talk about pro wrestling.
I can't do pancakes and waffles in the afternoon.
You can't.
No.
It got to be late night or early morning.
Early morning, straight up. Can't do late night. I'll do eggs and stuff, but early morning, like.
I could go for pancakes at night.
Really?
Yeah, like midnight run for pancakes. Jess and I do that like twice a year.
Wow, my boy, he's like a school teacher, and like I busted his chops last year because I was like, "What are you gonna do after school?" He's like, "I get home like around 7. I make myself like a."
I saw your boy, by the way.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, I make myself like a 2-egg omelet, and then that's it. I'm like, you're eating an omelet like 7 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
What are you, like 65?
Good for him. Guys, a lot's happening in pro wrestling. I don't even know where to begin. SummerSlam is coming up. Last week we got a lot of feedback. Last couple of weeks, people have been really digging the show.
Good. It should be. We're the best pro wrestling podcast not done by a pro wrestler on the internet.
You know what? I truly like to believe that. We are not a narrative type podcast.
Right.
We're not a like a historical reference podcast.
Right.
If you're looking for two guys just talking about wrestling, I think we're one of the best.
Oh, just shooting that poop.
We're one of the best with that.
Shooting that poop, selling them boner pills.
That's it. That's what we do. Let's talk about SummerSlam. What do you think of the lead up going to SummerSlam? A lot of the card has shifted.
Yeah.
The card was supposed to be Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, and that changed. SmackDown was changed 90 minutes before the show.
Yeah, he ripped up the
entire show. Yeah.
Apparently, I imagine him doing it in a comical way too, where they're like, Mr. McMahon, here's the script for tonight's SmackDown, and he's like, "This is trash." And just
I spoke to somebody there, and they said Vince was very justified in changing the script.
Okay.
So there has been an issue with SmackDown's writing. I have no idea who's writing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of off the top of my head. I didn't even ask who's been taking the lead, but it has not been great, and that's why all the last minute changes have been happening.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ali and Nakamura was taken off the card.
So weird. I was looking forward to that.
And then there was an Aleister Black match.
Sami Zayn,
Aleister Black, gone.
But they did it on SmackDown, and it was a great little moment on SmackDown. I thought that was pretty cool.
No, it was pretty cool. We'll go through all of this stuff because there's a lot of confusion as to what's happening and what's going on. I want to remind everybody what a schedule is. So Friday, nothing.
Tomorrow.
The show gets out. The show's released tomorrow.
Nothing.
Actually, today. If you're listening to this, it's today. It's Friday. So you're listening to this today. Saturday, I'm going to be doing a live watch-along with you guys Saturday night for NXT. So if you haven't joined a watch-along, it's a lot of fun. We watch the WWE Network together. We hang out. We talk. We eat pizza. You guys Skype in sometimes. It's a lot of fun.
You should
40,000 people literally watch me fall asleep while watching a pay-per-view.
You should do this. Like, what?
Whatever. And then Saturday, Rich and I are going to be doing a live watch-along for SummerSlam. I guess it'll begin.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to do a... Here's the thing. I don't think we should do a pre-show going over the card because we're going to go over that today.
Yeah.
I think we should just dive right into it and just, like, hang out. You know?
Yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah.
We may have, like, a new stage setup.
Yeah. We're gonna be working on a new stage. Maybe you could come early and we could set up lights and stuff.
I think that would be cool. I think that would be a good idea.
So the only problem is my wife is gone. My wife's not here.
She left you.
She's going to be away on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the kids.
Okay.
So I have to figure out where to place them if we're going live. What time does SummerSlam start?
It's 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I think officially 7 o'clock.
Okay. I mean, maybe we could do something here, a setup in here.
Yeah.
With the couch.
The couch is cool. My whole thing is like, I don't want to sit here like this craning my neck for 3 hours.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll figure something out. I got a couple days. We'll do something cool.
We can set a monitor up here, and then we can just buddy up on the couch.
Absolutely.
We'll take turns sitting on each other's lap.
We could even connect these two couches.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Can you make them scissor?
They will scissor.
Sweet.
They will scissor.
Sounds great.
Let's talk about pro wrestling. What did you think of Monday Night Raw?
I thought it was okay. It's fine. Great. There's decent go home show. I think
Is Joe a babyface?
I think so. I think at this point, like this is the point of contention that I have with this, where one, they're going at it so hard with each other, and what are you gonna do, Ooze? I don't know, Ooze. What are you gonna do, Ooze?
Yeah.
Like going back and forth, and then Roman is in the parking lot. He gets hit by an unknown car. They didn't edit that properly.
No,
because when Triple H was talking to him, you can see there's no damage on the car.
Yeah. Miraculously, you got better.
Right. But I think I want this to lead up to a Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns tag team where they call themselves the New Age Samoans.
That's great.
And
they do the whole shtick.
And they do hakas. They do the whole nine. They take on the Usos. They take on Dana Bryan and Rowan. But Tuesday, it left SmackDown cut with Roman threatening Buddy Murphy, right? Which may end up being on SummerSlam.
Okay. So he threatened Buddy Murphy. He
Mhm.
beat him up. He asked him who did it because he was there. He goes, it wasn't me, but Rowan was there.
Right.
And Daniel Bryan did a WWE exclusive interview and said it wasn't Rowan.
Okay.
So it's me, Austin. It's been me all along.
So I'm hoping a match at SummerSlam is Joe and Roman versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I think that would be a great match. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to
Did you
think.
zone out?
No, I'm trying to think what they're gonna do with this. I guess maybe it'll be Daniel Bryan comes out, like you said. You think they'll do that?
I think so. But again, logically, yes, WWE has a habit of just kind of sweeping things under the rug, and also like I really do like that Joe and Roman just kind of like for no reason hate each other. Out of principle, they're just like, yo, I'm the big Samoan guy.
I told you what it is.
He's
No,
like, I'm the
Hatfields and
big Samoan guy.
McCoys.
Yeah.
They're from the other side of the island. There was like a family business they were all in on. Something happened.
Right.
And then now they hate each other. That's a perfect story.
But I also do like how they really sell them from actually being born and raised on the island.
I know. They're from
as
like
opposed
California.
to like Southern California and Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah. I don't know. Have they been to the island?
I'm sure.
You think so?
I'm sure. Yeah.
The Isle
man.
of Samoa?
The Isle of Samoa.
I got a question for you.
Shoot.
What happened to the Daniel Bryan career-ending announcement?
I think it's him driving into Roman Reigns.
That's a career-changing announcement that he's going to drive into people now?
I think he's just like a reckless driver.
Really
now.
bad Uber driver.
Mm-hmm.
Really bad Uber driver. I'm curious what happened with them, what the original plan was, because they dropped it the week that they announced it, and then he came out and said nothing, and it's gone now. So, very curious what they were planning on doing with that.
I don't know, man. Like, again, it's that weird, like, let's just sweep this under the rug mentality because the fans don't care, but the fans do want storytelling. How did you feel about the Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Trish Stratus, Natalia thing?
So, I thought it was done very awkwardly.
Because Stratus did nothing.
So, why have her in the match, right? Like, you kind of blew it. Because you had her come out with her entrance. She came out to the ring. You already took the, oh my God, she's back out of it. I know the intention was, you don't want her wrestling because it's going to take the energy out of it. But why couldn't have it been something else? Anything else? Because now here's what they did. They put Trish and Natty together.
Right.
Natty's the heel in this. I get that Charlotte's the heel, but it's a different dynamic. There's a story between them. There's no story between Natty and other than being Canadian.
So weird. I think that's a thing. I think so. The impetus, I do believe, by having Trish on Monday and Tuesday is like, I don't think she got the pop that they thought she was gonna get. But in Toronto,
she'll get a match.
She's gonna blow the roof off the place.
She'll
right?
get like a monster pop. Yeah.
I think Lita would have gotten a stronger pop for some reason. I don't know why. But it's just like an awkward thing that honestly did. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy to see Trish Stratus wrestle. I think it's going to be a really good match.
And it's her last
Charlotte.
match, retirement.
Yeah, great.
Do you feel the audience knew who she was?
I do, but I also think they were just so mediocre about it. They were like, all right.
Because I saw on Twitter, people like, who's the mom? Whose mom is there?
Who's the mom?
Yeah, that's all I could see. Whose mom is out there?
Bro, who's the mom?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I think we're in our 30s, so
we got to see everyone.
If you're in your early 20s, you're probably not going to know who Trish Stratus is.
I'm trying to think. My siblings are in there. Well, one's in his early to mid 20s.
Aren't they in their both in their mid 20s?
One is 24 and mid 20s. So yes, okay. So if you're 21 years old, you really don't have a real understanding if you just watch the product from the time that you were a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, people would know if they had like an older person watching wrestling with them, right? That exposes them to this stuff. But yeah, it was just like a mediocre crowd reaction. That particular match on Monday night, though, which is another oddball thing, it perfectly kept everybody looking strong.
It did.
Really good booking. Nobody got hurt because of that, And also that Trish Charlotte match is up in the air. Charlotte could take a loss and it won't hurt her. Trish could also take a loss on the way out.
On the way out, yeah, they could both do it.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do a great match. They're gonna have a great match.
Also, the WWE stigma is if you're wrestling in your hometown,
you lose.
You lose, right?
Yeah.
Is she from Tirana?
Yeah, she is. She used to be a regular on Live Audio Wrestling.
Tirana.
She was on Live Audio Wrestling. That's how she was a fitness model that loved wrestling. I'm excited to see it.
I'm cool with that.
We'll see what happens. Bray murdering legends is a thing.
Fantastic.
He killed Kurt Angle and then sent him an apology.
Killed McFoley. I love the Bray Wyatt stuff right now, and I think the audacity of people to say that this is boring. You need to take the
Who's saying it's boring?
A lot of people are saying it's boring. They need to take that heroin needle out of their veins.
Why? But why is it boring? I'm curious. Why? What's the reasoning?
I don't get how people are saying. A lot of people on social media, a lot of people online are complaining about how this is a boring character. It's really not. Or it's a one-dimensional character, which it's not. You have the Firefly Funhouse, which I think is the dimension he's trapped in, and the only way he can come out of that dimension is to turn into the Fiend. Because
yeah, I like that.
You almost cried right there.
I like that.
I think that's the whole thing where he's trapped in that playhouse, and then when he says "let me in," and somebody invites him,
and he comes in.
He comes out.
I'm very concerned how he's going to wrestle in that mask.
Would you go effing nuts if Bray Wyatt shows up with the Fiend, right?
Yeah.
But it ends up being Goldberg.
Oh my God.
Takes the mask off.
It's Goldberg. Let's talk about Goldberg.
I'm getting really distracted by the chat room right now because I can't.
Just cover it.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm just staring at a picture of Kevin Nash looking at me very seriously.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of Kevin Nash stuff.
I do have a lot of Kevin Nash stuff.
What's up, Adrian?
Kevin Nash.
Big sexy.
I'm not even a super Kevin Nash fan. I just think it's really funny that I'm a Kevin Nash fan.
You are a big Kevin Nash fan.
Yeah.
Maria Kanellis loses the title at her gynecologist.
At her OBGYN. And they kept saying OBGYN.
Mm-hmm.
Obstetricianist.
You had Brock and Seth in Seth hobbling to the ring.
Okay. It was dumb. Made Seth look like an idiot, right? Yeah. And this is what I mean by bizarre writing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hurt. He comes out with a chair, hobbling. Brock kills him.
Uh-huh.
And then he grabs the mic. He's like, I don't know if I could do this anymore, but I'm going to do it anyway. I was like, what the hell's happening?
That means nobody liked me having as much camera time with my girlfriend. Now I'm trying to be the badass Seth Rollins again. They flipped
they hurt him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and I called this a while ago. They hurt him tremendously with this. He should have been the world champion, a real world champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took him and they made him into this lovable couple because somebody in WWE said, "Oh, you know what? What we found out since Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins came out that they're dating, there's a lot more buzz about them on social media." So. And, looking at these analytics, girls and women love couples, so let's put this on TV to bring back the female audience in the third hour. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it was some nonsense like that. I
disagree, though. I don't think it hurt him because he is clearly their guy. They've been so high on Seth for so many years. I don't think anything can hurt him at this point unless they have him on the undercard wrestling for the 24/7 title or something like that, or something dumb like that. You had the OC, which is, I'm still getting used to the name. I'm giving it a chance. Beating Woods and Big E
Orange
and Ricochet. I like how Luke Gallows is coming out with the makeup again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm into this.
And then the Roman hit and run, right?
And then the Roman hit and
also
run.
What we didn't even mention was the tag belts, the ladies' tag belts. I thought that was a great match.
The ladies, yeah. Okay, so that was okay.
Yeah.
I was in and out for that match. I wasn't really
honestly
committed.
Really, really good match. I think they did screw up though, and the lower third for Asuka and Kairi Sane was they replaced Asuka's Instagram handle with or Twitter handle with Io Shirai.
I'm looking at pictures of Gallows right now with the face makeup on.
So good.
He looks terrifying.
Yeah. Also, the other thing about Raw, which I thought was great, was they really teased the crap out of Shawn Michaels being Dolph Ziggler's opponent.
They did that for a couple weeks
because the crowd went.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask you. Do you think they were trying to entice Shawn to come in and have the match?
No,
I think so?
I think Ziggler is super low on the list of dudes that Shawn wants to wrestle.
I mean, but Goldberg, you know what I mean?
We got to talk about this.
Yeah,
talk to me about Goldberg.
Okay, so Bill Goldberg is back.
Okay,
this is not the last match he's gonna have. By the way, I just want to let you guys know. Bill Goldberg's gonna have a couple of these. The poor guy concussed himself. I thought he had a decent run, the last run he had. I don't think it was terrible. It was exactly what it should have been. Quick, short matches. You know, he's a likable guy. He's not like he feels like he's a star when he comes out there. You know, so they're getting the bang for their buck with that. I'm curious.
He has every single thing going for him.
Except
when he steps into the ring. And it sucks too because like hasn't that been the trajectory of his career?
Well, you know, it's you got to think about it this way, right?
He's the ultimate botch.
He started training in like 97.
Right.
Immediately he's on TV. He just has squash matches. He never gets proper, like he wasn't really trained like long term like NXT. He didn't do independence and stuff like that. This guy goes out there, becomes the biggest name under, you know, one of the biggest names, right? Top 5. For a moment, he was the second biggest name in wrestling.
Right behind Austin. Yeah.
Right behind Austin. Arguably, you know, with proper handling, he could have been bigger than Austin.
Oh, absolutely.
If WCW didn't fold and they didn't go through 2000, he could have probably become the guy of that company.
If he wasn't zapped with a cattle prod.
He wasn't zapped with a cattle prod and buried. Or when he went to Russo and he told him that I'm not losing.
Right.
And he shoot. And Mark Madden goes, this is a shoot. This is not fake. This isn't the scripted part of the show. He doesn't want to lose. And you just buried the whole industry right there in front of 3 million people saying this is all fake. He comes to WWE with a chip on his shoulder because he thinks everybody's going to bury him. Does not have a great run, but had a great match with a couple of people.
Yeah.
Him and Triple H had a really good match. Him and The Rock had a really good match.
Yes. But also
leaves under the worst way.
But also two guys that could carry him.
Yeah.
And I think the impetus of this is, hey man, you owe us one.
It's smoke and mirrors, dude.
You owe us one for that Saudi nonsense that you pulled.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to get a good match out of you.
Well, nobody was angry at him. Like nobody was mad that this happened. It was, and they were very happy, and they've justified it as, well, a good thing it wasn't on like an American show.
Did you read that thing where the Saudis keep requesting dead wrestlers?
That's fake. That's a fake story. Ringside.
We've talked about that on the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, it's Ringside News, and it's one of the journalists that they cover a lot. This guy Brad. I don't know the dude, so I can't talk about him personally. But a lot of he's hit the nail on the head on like a couple things.
Yeah,
but very easy to make an intelligent guess or put something together or be told something. But I don't know if this is his source or what. The Saudis are not asking for dead wrestlers. I mean, that's not happening. I know it's become a joke at this point.
Yes.
But if I could say my source told me, that doesn't mean that the source is real. You know what I mean? Like, it's your credibility that goes to crap when you do that. So if you throw out 5,000 things, you're bound to hit one.
I think your reggae's on the rise right now.
Oh, my reggae's coming back, baby. My reggae's coming back. The Saudis are not asking for what was the last thing that
Macho Man Randy Savage?
Was that the latest?
I think it may have been Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Plausible.
The Saudis did not ask for Eddie Guerrero, guys.
Anyway, let's get back to Goldberg.
Can we talk about the Saudis again?
No, I don't want to. Well, they're doing a Halloween show there, I think.
Ooh, that's even more spooky than just doing a regular Saudi show.
So the Goldberg thing is kind of interesting because I tweeted about this the other night. As much as I'm not a Dolph Ziggler fan, he is a survivor from that late 2000s
really
like weird period of like it's like him, Kofi, Sheamus, and there was another dude I threw.
Do you think right guy at the wrong time?
I think right guy for that time.
Right guy for that time.
Because that was when they really were pushing the PG stuff.
Okay.
So you had everybody work a very similar style, right?
And he worked a very different style.
And well, he was the best at working that middle of the road, safe style.
Yeah.
You know, he did a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of tribute moves, Famouser,
super kick.
Great. I think him and Goldberg, I think he'll pull out a match from Goldberg unless it is in the middle of the card and he just cuts a promo and Goldberg spears him, goes, and then leaves.
I don't want it to be that. I actually want Dolph to kind of work with him.
Mm-hmm.
I envision it being like him doing the Shawn and Hogan match.
Imagine if this ends up being like the Undertaker-Shawn match.
Undertaker Shawn match.
Just
4.5 stars
of like kicking out of finishers.
Just super kick.
Every big move.
Yeah.
I want I think
jackhammer, spear,
Famouser, super kick. I think spear from Ziggler, jackhammer from Ziggler. I think again
him jackhammer and Goldberg.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be spear, pin, Goldberg goes and then turns into Tim Allen from Home Improvement. I hope that reference doesn't go over
your mic is
heads.
cutting in and out. Plug it in, baby.
I'm turning into Tim Allen.
There you go.
I hope that reference doesn't go over everybody's
So
head.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
I want to talk a little bit more about Goldberg. Does he do anything for you? Like, are you like, okay, cool, it's Bill Goldberg?
Does this make me horny?
Yeah, does this make you horny?
I don't know. There's a small there's like a 3% of me, 5% of me, I should say, that kind of pops a little bit when I see Goldberg.
Yeah, sure.
Just because of the nostalgia factor.
Yeah, it's Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
and he wasn't overexposed to us. Like,
right.
I feel, I'm gonna tell you, 2 weeks ago was the first time I saw Hogan come out, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You weren't like, ooh, yeah.
I know that's the first. Yeah, like I really wasn't like,
Get ready.
It's great. It's Hogan. I think maybe because it was like everybody else was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rick has become like an old man now.
That's fine. He's like,
but he's becoming like Freddie Blassie coming out.
Sure.
Because a lot of the younger people, like, imagine if you're like 18 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
You've barely seen any Ric Flair. Like, you weren't. Obviously, you can watch it on the network. It's not the same as like living through it.
But that's the good part of the network. And also, the living through it thing is interesting. I also think, like, as a wrestling fan, Hogan, not that he could do whatever he wants, but when they bring Hogan out, you're like, you know what? This dude has had, like, arguably the greatest career.
The greatest showman in pro wrestling. Yeah.
Ric Flair comes out, arguably the greatest professional wrestler of all time, right?
Yeah.
Goldberg comes out, and I'm like, ooh, America's most lovable dummy.
Yeah.
But it's not a knock on the guy.
Yeah.
Because he said that about himself, too. He's like, I'm just a guy in the gym. I'm just a jock.
Yeah.
Where it's like you were saying, I think he could have been bigger than Austin at one point.
Yeah.
But, and you hear all that backstage stuff of him, like, almost, like, severing an artery, punching through the limo.
That glass. Yeah. That was actually... That could have been one of the main things that killed WCW, losing Bill Goldberg for like 8 months.
Concussing himself repeatedly.
Yeah.
The whole Bret Hart thing, which, we're very far removed from that. The run in WWE, the last match with Brock. So it's kind of like, I get, like, he is... He's an awesome statue, but the back of the statue is like...
chocolate.
Like hollow?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Where you're
like,
I expected like a full statue. This thing's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. But then when you get down to it, you're like, they did the best they could. I don't know. It's just like Goldberg is a very weird entity. We should do a whole show.
I would love to like dissecting Goldberg.
With Bill Goldberg.
With him here.
We'll call it Goldberg on Goldberg.
Yeah.
We'll invite him.
You think, what would he do here if he's sitting here?
I think he'd be very...
That's all I see him doing.
I think he'd be very standoffish. Right? And I think we could hear him breathing while he's 10 feet away from us.
Yeah. Sweating. A lot of sweat, no? You think he'd be really hot in this room?
Oh, 100%.
83 degrees.
He would be sweating his face off.
That couch would just be wet.
he would sweat so hard it would look like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark when the Nazis' faces melt off.
So SmackDown, what did you take from that? Anything?
Yeah, hang
Buddy
on.
Murphy getting harassed,
Guys,
getting assaulted by Roman.
if you're in the chat, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yes,
I
go
have to
ahead.
address the chat
Go
room.
ahead.
Guys, if you're in the chat room, we are live. We do take questions at the end of the show. So save them for the end of the show, baby. Also, well-worded, grammatically correct questions only.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
NXT. You want to talk
You
about
mean-
that
you
for a
mean
little
SmackDown?
bit? SmackDown, sorry.
I thought SmackDown was fun. It's still a good, concise show. The opening with Charlotte and Trish was great. Trish looks awesome, but her accent has like kind of dipped and dabbed a little bit. You get Dolph versus Ray. I thought that was great. That Dolph just attacked Ray.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Ray. Dave ruined this guy.
No, he didn't. No, they haven't.
You don't think
He's
so?
another guy that can
He keeps losing.
He could
Keeps
take
losing.
all the losses in the world, and then all of a sudden.
But why
like,
waste him? They're doing the Kurt Angle thing. Why waste
true.
him in nothing matches?
I'll agree with that part.
When you could have this guy be in important, vital moments.
I think it's because they keep waiting to see how injury prone he is at this point.
I mean,
Because
he's
he
going to
keeps
get hurt
taking time
eventually.
off, but the Ali run in after the Ray beatdown
Yeah.
was great. And also, it was a good showcase to see where, like, compared to other people, you look at Ali and you're like, oh, he's not that big. But in the ring with Ziggler, you're like, he's a pretty decent sized
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. It's interesting.
So that was cool, Roman Reigns doing the microphone thing, whatever, backstage, great. And Ramon Natalia, great. The Kevin Owens show with Shane.
What did you think of that?
I do personally think that Shane versus Kevin Owens has the potential to steal the show.
If I never
at
see
SummerSlam.
another talk show segment, I would be very happy.
Okay.
I hate, Moment of Bliss, the Miz TV, and the Kevin Owens show. I hate all of those.
Okay.
It's so stupid and hacky at this point.
Did you hate the Edge one?
The Cutting Edge? What was it? Cutting
I think it
Edge?
was Cutting Edge.
Yeah, I never really liked any of them. I never liked Jericho's.
Did you hate the Peep Show?
Hated the Peep Show.
Did you hate? You don't like the Kevin Owens show?
No, I love the Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel. Okay.
I love the King's Court.
Okay.
And I love Bruce Pritchard.
The Funeral Parlor.
The Funeral Parlor, 180%.
The Funeral Parlor.
Because that was freaking awesome. It was smoky and green.
I do like Miz TV because he's such a dick. It's great. And I do like the Kevin Owens show. How do you think they're gonna steal the match? Steal the show at SummerSlam?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll give you my rationale, and it's not the smartest rationale.
Yeah.
But people poo on that, saying like, "Oh, how could they?" King of the Ring 2000. What is the only thing you remember from that?
Oh, Kurt Angle and yeah.
Kurt Angle demolishing Shane through that plate glass thing, right? I think this has the potential to be something like that.
Maybe. Listen, I hope so. I hope it's good. So we got 10 or 11 matches on this card.
Ooh,
I think it's 11.
I punched it up before.
Okay. So Drew Gulak, Oni Lorcan,
10 matches.
which is an interesting match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Great.
Trish Charlotte, singles match.
Great.
Trish's retirement. Bill Goldberg, Dolph Ziggler.
Great.
I don't know what we're going to do. AJ Styles, Ricochet
Great.
for the U.S. title. This may steal the show. Finn
Mhm.
Balor, Bray Wyatt.
That might
very
steal the show,
interesting.
too.
I'm very interested in what they do with this. Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon. Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton for the WWE title. This is something that nobody is talking about.
I really want to care about this match.
I'm having a lot of difficulty caring about this match. I don't know what the outcome will be of this. Because what do you do with Orton? And Kofi's run has not been great. He hasn't elevated more than he was.
This is a tough one to call, especially because, like, let's say they pulled the gender on Kofi, right? Where after they take the belt off him, he's back to like the bottom of the barrel as far as like that title picture goes, right? I think Randy's had that title way too many times.
What would he be up to now? 14?
I think so. I also think, I really do believe that they will have Randy put Kofi over to the point where he makes him look like $1 million.
He would. I don't know. I don't know what the outcome of this will be. I don't know what the better version of the ending is.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you look at it, Kofi Kingston's run has not his in-ring matches have not changed.
Yeah.
He's still Kofi Kingston. He's still having that level of matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think the story with him was that for him to get the title.
Okay.
That was the story. That would have been the great chase. But you have not put him in an angle that's interesting to anybody. He's just having matches.
What would be interesting for you? With
I
Kofi?
wanted to see him and Big E.
Big E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I wanted to see Big E turn. I wanted to heel Big E. I wanted him to do that. Obviously, they're not going to do that right now.
They are the John Cena of tag teams at this point.
I know, but I would have
turn
loved to see that. I would have loved to see it. I just want him in a real feud.
A New Day breakup and reunion is not the same as a Shield breakup and reunion.
It's not the same.
It's
no.
not. It's not as exciting.
But once you break them up, you break them up. But now you got to think, what am I doing with these three guys?
Right. Breaking up the New Day is exactly what would happen when. It's exactly like what happened when they broke up the Dudleys.
Terrible.
And put Bubba on Raw and
SmackDown
and Devon on SmackDown. I think you're just this is not a good idea, And then 6 months later they put them back together. That's what you would get. They're all amazing on their own, but I think Kofi's done all he could as a singles, and he's the New Day.
So you think Randy needs to?
I think Randy needs to put him over $1 million, like $1 million, get pinned in the middle of that ring, and then have Kofi do a next big feud with somebody, completely different. Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Roman.
Well, look, Braun is not on this card.
Whatever.
He was the biggest star last year.
That's true.
Bailey, Ember Moon. I'm looking forward to this match.
It's gonna be fun.
SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, Natalya for the WWE Raw Women's Championship, and Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. Where do you see this match going? Who takes it? Do you think Brock or Seth?
Again, this is a tough one. One, do I care?
Do you care? That's a good question.
Number two, is it gonna be same old because they're crossing into that Brock Lesnar John Cena territory?
Okay.
Do I want to see Brock with the belt more? No, I don't. Do I want to see Seth with the belt? Not really. Do I want to see somebody else on Raw with the belt? 100%.
Yeah. But who?
Who would be your pick for a Raw AJ Styles?
AJ Styles.
Got your tag champs?
Yeah, but AJ, well, I guess you move AJ back up to the world title picture.
Got your tag champs? Got your, I think the way to do it, have Seth win, have AJ lose to Ricochet. Ricochet's the U.S. champ. AJ challenges Seth.
AJ Seth, gets the title.
Gets the title.
Okay.
And then you have full OC on top of Raw.
Okay. I'm into that. That's cool.
And then Seth chasing it, and he can't because he keeps getting beat down by Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Easy peasy, baby.
NXT also has a show on Saturday. NXT TakeOver Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I have the card here. I'm pulling this up right now.
Got it, baby.
Okay, let's go down this card. There's 5 matches.
Ooh, they added Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai.
Yes, they did.
That's going to be great.
I have to tell you, there's something with this match.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Candice get a good run.
Yes.
I feel like this is the moment to use her for this. She's well-rounded enough. You could utilize her in that in a picture here.
I agree, but I also think that Io Shirai needs to show people what a vicious heel she could be.
Yeah.
And I think this is the match to do it. Because Candice LeRae's a sweetheart.
By the way, tickets are still on sale for this. And secondhand market, it's $7 for NXT tickets.
Oh, man. Let's go to Toronto.
If you're in Toronto, it's $7.
Can we drive to Toronto?
How many hours is it? 8 hours? 6 hours? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's 12.
No.
Montreal's 8. And then Toronto, I think, is maybe 12.
Drive New York City to Toronto. It is 8 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. We can do a live stream in the car.
Live streaming the whole
thing.
Get
$7 tickets.
Yeah, and then just sit in really crappy seats and then drive back.
Yep. Same night. Everything the
same day.
Velveteen, Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim. I'm looking forward to this.
Me too.
Mia Yim is really stepping up her game.
Yep.
Velveteen versus Pete Dunne versus Roddy. I think that's going to be
Who
great.
takes this?
I think Velveteen retains.
But I think Pete Dunne should take it.
Yeah? Okay. just to get
They
him
got to do
on-
something with him. They got
That's
to do
true.
something with him.
Get him on NXT TV more.
Dude, this is a guy that had a 5-star match with Broke. With who do you have the 5-star match with?
Walter.
No, I mean that was a great match. He had a great match with Walter,
I think
but
Walter should be on this card.
Walter doesn't want to work in the States.
Well, it's Canada.
He doesn't want to work here.
North America.
North America. Street Profits versus Undisputed Era. Is this the time you take the title off the Street Profits, put it on the Undisputed Era? And I guess this is the second 2 out of 3 falls match. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano.
Cannot wait.
Gargano's knees are messed up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time to pull the trigger on Adam Cole.
In what way?
Do you take him up to the main roster? What do you do?
No, you keep him there for a little bit longer.
You keep him there.
Yeah, just because I think the main roster is so saturated at this point. You know, I think you keep Adam Cole on NXT for at least another 2 months.
Yeah,
and then bring him up. Bring him up for Rumble.
Well, remember the next NXT show is at the Rosemont Horizon, actually, Allstate Arena.
Okay.
It's War Games.
Need Adam Cole.
You need Adam Cole. Yeah. It's so if it's War Games, you know you're gonna have Undisputed Era and all these guys. Maybe that's a loser leaves town match. You know,
That would be great.
you could do it over there.
Faction leaves town, man.
Faction leaves town. Yeah.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
You want to go into questions?
Let's go into questions, guys. Submit your questions in the chat room, and we'll do our best to answer it. No Taker on SummerSlam. That changed. It was supposed to be him and Drew
Goldberg.
And I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's not like anything bad happened.
Yeah.
But
Just
they
fell
decided that they got to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe they're going to use him for a Survivor Series.
It also seemed like they kind of cooled off on Drew a little bit. And it seems like they kind of cooled off on Elias a little bit.
They did cool off on Drew and Elias.
And I think, you know why? I think because they lost Bobby Lashley to an injury. Because that was like their beef connection.
Oh my God, yeah, he is hurt. What did he do?
Like an elbow thing. He's getting like elbow like bone spurs removed or something. But yeah, like now Elias is gonna feud with Chad Gable, which is great. Great for Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Riddle versus WCW wrestlers.
Dude, what's going on with that?
Listen, I think he's just like talking shit, which is
he
fine.
He is, but he's coming off like a real dick.
Is he? You think so?
I think so, a little bit.
Okay. Why?
Like, he doesn't know Bill Goldberg, right? And he's like,
you don't know Bill Goldberg.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know Goldberg, but like, he's crapping. I get. Listen, if it's an angle, it's great. If you're actually like doing it on your own, that's like a real dick thing to do.
Okay.
He's a colleague. Why are you crapping on him? Like, what's your? Maybe listen, it could be bitterness. Maybe he thinks he should be on the main roster.
You don't think? Do you think he has the force? He had the foresight to tell the trainers at the PC going or management saying like, "Hey, I kind of want to get on Instagram and do a little smack talking with these videos. Go for it."
Yeah, I hope, because then it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's like going on there and just like, there's more to it than that.
But I think also at the same time, like this is not the first time he's done this. And he's taken stuff down, but at the same time, like you would.
Who did he do it with before? He did it with Goldberg.
It was just constantly Goldberg.
Constantly Goldberg.
I think because he was doing a live thing with the Saudi show. I do think in such a giant corporate entity, somebody, if they weren't happy, somebody would turn around and say, "Dude, don't get on your phone again, or we're gonna fire you."
Yeah.
You know, I do think somebody in the back is going, "Ha ha ha." You know, Vince is going, "Ha ha ha."
I think the Jericho one was hysterical.
Jericho's great.
Did you see Jericho's response?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking hysterical.
The riddle face.
Yeah.
Pokey Ben asks, "What are your guys' thoughts on the G1 thus far? With 3 nights remaining, who are you guys pulling for in the finals and to win it all?" I'm still going with my man Mox being in the finals of B block.
Ibushi.
Yeah, Ibushi.
Yeah.
Ibushi or Okada in A block.
What happened to NXT posters? Daniel wants to know repeatedly. I have no idea. I don't know anything. I didn't know that they don't sell posters anymore. Or they did. I know that at events they had these. I bought that years ago.
Guys, give us your questions.
What's the latest on Marty Scurll? His contract ends soon.
I think he meant Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty.
No. Yeah, that's weird. Like his contract ends soon, but they also gave him like a full stable with Flip, PCO, and Brody King.
I think that's a dead spot for him.
I want Brody King to not be in Ring of Honor because I love Brody King.
Where should Brody King go?
I want that dude to be
NXT?
Be a main eventer in AEW. Or a main eventer in Ring of Honor, to be honest. Like, I want that dude to... You know what? I take it back. You're getting... I think this weekend you're getting Matt Taven versus... what's it? Alex Shelley?
Yeah.
For the Ring of Honor title?
Weird match, man.
Very weird match. I think elevate Brody King to that level, man. That dude's awesome.
I don't get the whole Matt Taven thing. I get that he's been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
But there were just so many other people that could have that title. Marty. Brody King. I mean, they really have no roster.
Put it back on Jay Briscoe.
Ugh, I'm over that. I don't like them.
He had such a great,
don't like them.
run. I really enjoyed that run with him with the title because it was so kinetic. You know, it was angry. And then Lethal taking it, awesome. You know?
Yeah, we were there for that.
Yeah. What do we got? How do you guys feel about from Aaron, how do you guys feel about the upcoming network pricing tiers and what is driving this?
Upcoming network pricing tiers. So they have to add more content, obviously, because it's stale. And what's happened in North America, the network has kind of plateaued.
Okay.
And the
with
growth,
subscribers.
With subscribers. The growth has slowed down. So if you're a business and you realize that you've kind of hit your plateau of about 2 million, let's say 2 million, how are you going to raise revenue if this is it? You're going to have to add tiered pricing.
Right.
So they're going to add a higher tier at $12, $12.99, $14.99, whatever it is, for a couple bucks more, and you're going to have access to a lot of other content, live content. I believe they're going to do some house shows. They're going to do more indie groups, more specials, things like that to kind of justify you paying more. I'm fine with it. I find no problem with tiered pricing. The more content, the better. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with that too. I agree with you. How do you watch the network? Do you watch it on your computer?
No, I watch on my TV.
Okay. So through what?
Fire TV or Apple TV.
Okay. I watch it pretty much through my PS4, and with the network upgrade, the new interface is garbage.
It's bad for you, huh?
It is garbage.
It looks good on my TV. I'm okay with it.
It's designed well aesthetically, but the navigation is pure basura. It is garbage. If somebody could fix that, that'd be great. Who are the sexy boys? You're effing looking at them. Transferring Heat podcast favorite SummerSlam match.
Oh, easy breezy. Super easy for me. Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, SummerSlam 91.
Okay.
What's yours?
I can't really think of one right now, to be honest. I think it may be, I want to say later career Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, my God.
The one where he's so
flipping and flopping everywhere.
It was amazing.
SummerSlam 98, Rock and Triple H ladder match. Another good one.
Really good one.
Another good one. Trying to think anything else that comes to mind. That Austin Undertaker match was terrible.
Was that a Buried Alive match?
That was 98 also. Yeah. That was a world title match.
Come on, Mark.
HBK Triple H 2002. That was another great one.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we have?
GBS asks, if Vince died tomorrow, how would WWE change first?
It wouldn't really change.
Yeah.
It's a corporate structure. Things they don't want to shake things up instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a slow change. I guess whoever, has the most influence on the book,
right,
would be the biggest change, but you're not going to see like a major turn. I think a lot of people have this weird misconception of like, well, when Vince goes away, things are going to be better.
It's a fantasy. It's like a really morbid fantasy.
It doesn't work like that. It's a corporate structure. There's 5,000 hands things have to go through. You still have to appease the investors and the stockholders and all this other stuff. It's not like an overnight change, but we're already seeing the change after Vince. Kevin Dunn maybe leaves. Yeah,
Kevin Dunn takes over
the whole company.
Fights a Triple H
in a Buried Alive match.
Triple H leaves, goes to AEW.
Jesus.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, how insane would that be?
If Triple H just quit the company.
If he was like, you know what? Like, I'm done.
He probably has like a 10-year non-compete.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
he
would never be able to go work in wrestling.
He's probably signed every NDA under the sun.
Of course.
Who are Jericho's tag partners for the what are they? What's the new
The cruise?
the show? Yeah,
It's for the cruise.
is it for the cruise?
Yeah.
No, they didn't announce it yet. Right?
No, I'm sorry, not the cruise. The first show. The first
that's right. Yeah,
TNT show.
I'm looking forward to that.
Maybe the revival?
Yeah, you think they're out of their contracts?
Maybe they will be by then.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
but
I don't
again,
know.
no, like, well, it's a 90-day no compete.
No, once your contract's done, it's done.
Really? So
Yeah.
they're like, how long do they have left on their contracts?
Their contract is supposed to expire in September.
Okay, so it's between September and October, there's
Yeah.
not 90 days.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool though if it was the revival.
I don't think it's 90. I think it might be a 30-day non-compete, and I don't know. I really have no answer to that. I haven't even looked into it.
No. You're right. When somebody's contract is up,
30 days.
that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like next day.
I-
I think it is. Yeah,
it's
your
next
contract's
day.
up. Yeah.
It's next day because that's what Moxley was saying, where he was like, as soon as my contract was up at midnight, I posted that video at 12:01
Yeah.
to let everybody know I'm back.
Let's
We did not
see.
talk about the All Out Battle Royal.
Did you guys see the video of AEW's Women's Casino Battle Royal? Jake the Snake was a card dealer. You want to play 21? I got 22.
Yeah, great. There's a 21 women. 21. Ugh, I tasted the microphone by accident. 21 women casino battle royal. Winner will receive a match for the inaugural AEW Women's World Championship, scheduled for October 2nd.
Brandy wins.
You think so? Think
I don't
Brandy's
know.
gonna be? I'm saying Britt Baker.
Okay. I don't know. It's Vince not rewriting. It's Vince not rewriting the show at the last minute. What?
Oh, in response to where do you see the?
Oh, it's Vince not rewriting the show. Yeah. Yeah, got it.
I love watching you read.
I can't with the chat. My brain just can't process it.
What is the happening now?
Why were chat problems email sent?
Guys, send us a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up and see you on Sunday. Actually, Andrew's gonna see you on
I will
Saturday.
see you on Saturday. Yeah. Did you guys talk about the Battle Royal? Yes. Future women's champion right there. Do you guys think Fox will push for a WrestleMania type event on the Fox network? So we've discussed this. That's really going to be the future of WrestleMania. You want to talk about making it a giant spectacle and making as much money as you can. They're going to have a bidding war between NBC and Fox.
Yeah.
For WrestleMania. I mean, that's the next evolution of this network. This is something that has been considered for a very long time, and now it's realistic when you have two competing networks with your property on it. It's almost like how, for the Super Bowl, all the networks compete to have this. Fox would love it, NBC would love it, CBS would love it, ABC would love it.
Big bucks.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that they're leaving on the table by not taking it. The thing is, the rights fees are astronomical.
Right.
So if WWE, right now they're on a pay-per-view level, and if we're imagining 2 million people have the WWE network, almost all of them are watching WrestleMania.
Right.
So let's say maybe not all of them. Let's say 1.25 million. How would that translate? What is the success of that on network TV?
Right.
Because your television ratings are 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think being on a network, it's going to depend on what the ratings are on Fox.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're doing like 5 million people, there's a very good chance they're going to say, well, we could do 10, 15 million people with WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, imagine doing that. Imagine 10, 15 million people watching WrestleMania.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I don't know. It depends.
I find that stuff very interesting. What do we got? Odds that CM Punk ever comes back to wrestling.
Very high, in my opinion. I keep saying this.
He's very close to who cares for me at this point.
Listen, and then until he's not,
He's got like.
I think that's what happens. You go to who cares, and it stops it, and they go back. So, I don't know. We'll see. Do you guys expect some crossover with Fox personalities in WWE? I know that Daniel Cormier openly said he wants to work with WWE, even as a great guest commentator. I anticipate a lot of crossover. I don't know on what side. I don't know on what side you're going to see the crossover.
All the alt-right pundits are going to show up on SmackDown.
I would love that. I think that's the way. That's the way to build ratings.
Just for Roman to spear them.
I want Sean Hannity there. I want Tucker Carlson there. I want all these guys.
I want to see Roman Reigns spear Tucker Carlson.
I actually don't mind Tucker. He's
get outta
very
here.
smug, though.
You're ridiculous.
I kind of like it because he's smug.
You're ridiculous.
He doesn't like
you hear
Hannity. I'm not a fan.
Did you hear
of.
what he said yesterday?
What?
I'm not gonna go into.
No,
it.
I didn't see it. No.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
talking. No, I'm talking about visuals.
Ugh.
I'm not talking about political. I'm not talking about the politics. I'm talking about just like their face.
Since Trish said this will be her final match, what is your favorite? Mine, Mickey James Mania 22.
Probably.
Yeah,
That's a good one. I would go actually, Trish and Lita on Raw. Remember them when they did the main event of Raw? That was a good one.
Yeah.
I want to see Jim Rome.
You know what? I gotta say, I have never really thought about that transferring heat podcast. Like, I don't have a lexicon of Trish Stratus matches in my head.
You know what's a void for me? The
Molly
Michelle
Holly.
McCool, the Michelle McCool
yeah.
era.
That like Candice Michelle McCool, Michelle McCool's partner,
Layla.
Like
That's like a weird void.
That there is a huge void right
Yeah, I don't remember anything about that.
there. Jillian Hall.
Jillian Hall. Yeah, Jillian Hall was the one that sang, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Jillian Hall, Michelle McCool, Layla. That era is just non-existent in my head. Candice Michelle.
Too many Michelles.
Too many Michelles.
Melina was part of that.
Melina was part of that.
I think the Bastion Brothers manager, I forgot her name.
The Bastion Brothers. The Dominatrix?
Yes.
I forgot her name.
She was involved.
Shaniqua? Was
I'm
that
not sure.
it?
It might be. She's involved in that kind of era. And then at the, like, it's just a very strange, like, that was when the divas were, like, real, like,
Linda Miles. Yeah, it was Linda Miles.
Divas, you know? Like
My
that.
God. You know, I almost pulled a no-no pulling that name out.
Well, I mean, like, you were right, but she was
I was
originally
right,
Linda Miles.
Yeah, she was, she co-won the second season of Tough Enough with Jackie Gata. Oh my God, Jackie Gata. That's another name you don't hear.
Very interesting. Like, that was the epitome of, like, that butterfly belt era.
God, that was terrible. Huh?
Yeah.
No, well, I think this is like that transition period, right?
Was it?
What did Jackie Gata do? Who was she on Impact? Was she Jackie Gata on Impact?
Am I thinking of the right person?
She's married to Charlie Haas.
Is
Jackie
she
Gata.
Am I thinking of was she teamed with Jamie Noble?
Yes. No, you're thinking of Nydia.
Okay.
You're thinking of
boy.
Nydia.
Oh my God.
Yeah, weird women's wrestling void. And then you
Yeah.
still had Trish and you had Mickey.
Did her? Yeah, you had Molly Holly. I think
Molly
was there.
Holly. You still had those
Beth
guys.
Phoenix was up and coming at that
Beth
point,
Phoenix,
right?
Victoria was
Right.
still there.
Was Gail Kim there at that point?
Gail Kim, maybe. She's a fascinating one.
Because
Gail
the
Kim.
Bellas stole Daniel Bryan from her, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, but that's like 2011,
boy.
2010.
So weird. Such
Really
a weird hole.
Let's see what else we got here.
We discussed the NXT card. Thank you.
Piggy James came out of that.
Piggy James did
Yeah.
come out of that.
Amy Weber. She was part of JBL's cabinet. Yeah, Amy Weber. With NXT going to FS1, will Triple H send some main roster guys who aren't? Well, NXT, we don't know that for sure. I'm willing to bet that it's going there.
Yeah. Well, Fandango and Tyler Breeze are back in NXT.
Yeah, they're going to be doing something. So anticipate, but it's going to be like a 1 hour recorded show.
Yeah.
It's not going to be live every week. The goal, from what I know, is to put it on to compete with AEW and eventually do live specials, do like a 2 hour live special.
Yeah.
So it could be transitions between pay-per-view times because they're only doing quarterly pay-per-views pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, they do a little bit more pay-per-views now.
From Pokey Ben, are you guys going to check out Glow Season 3 this weekend or even watch the previous seasons, bro?
No.
I am.
I tried the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the show. I think the show's one of the best shows on Netflix.
Mark Maron annoys me.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he makes you look into your soul?
He does.
That's why. Why don't you like Mark Maron?
I don't know. I liked him a lot, and then I stopped liking him.
Okay.
I liked his podcast a lot, and then it just became the same show every time. Every guest became the same interview.
I think this season's going to be amazing. I'm a big fan of the Glow Netflix show.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're done.
Good.
All right, guys. We'll see you. I'll see you on Friday
I'll
for the
see
watch
you on
along
Sunday,
and he will see you on Sunday. I'll see you on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
You'll
It's
see
Sunday.
you'll see them on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll see you and them on Sunday.
I'll see you on Sunday.
I'll
Goodbye,
see you
guys.
on Sunday. See you on Sunday.
Bye, guys.